Suplifters. Today's session was kinda weird in a sense that numbers were okay, but I kinda screwed up with my nutrition because basically what happened today is that I woke up and I had my breakfast. However, I kind of struggled finishing it, so I kind of felt like I already ate enough, plenty of food, I mean, in general. So I felt like I didn't really need to eat lunch. So what I did, I at like 12 p.m. Instead of eating my lunch, I started working out, hoping that it would have been enough. However, it wasn't. And what happened was that basically for the first 2.5 exercises, two exercises, bench and overhead press, I felt energized, I felt nice, I felt fresh, clear-minded and focused. However, when I started the dips, no pun intended, a dip in performance occurred. And I really feel like that is because of the lack of, in general, energy that I felt. Because I felt quote unquote flat, I felt depleted, and I really feel like that for some reason, maybe, I don't know. Honestly, it's still weird. Maybe it's just, I just made it up in my own head. I can't really tell, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, these are just some warm up sets and that I wanted to show you because I'm trying to focus on keeping the bar straighter if possible. So I did some mobility before. Also, you can appreciate that I'm starting to actually control the weight more and more. And this is not the results of me thinking, okay, I'm gonna control the weight. This is just me staying under this weight and basically I started bouncing it more and slowly getting stronger and getting more comfortable with this weight. I managed to basically be able to control it better, at least for the first reps, you know. So this is just perfectly physiological. Spend more time with a certain weight and you'll get better at it. So that is the bottom line. The performance went fine. I did one more reps in total than last time, so that's perfectly fine. I did 8, 7, 6, 6, so the numbers and the progression is perfect. Again, bench press is really giving me a lot of satisfaction, you know. The only thing is that today I kind of struggled with the setup. You're gonna see that maybe in this set, I believe, when I'm re-racking the weight, I actually end up hitting one of those two red thingies. While I was basically finishing my last rep, and I really can't seem to find a good position to stay in, which basically allows me to have a decent re-rack, because number one, my re-rack is basically a half rep. So that is already something that goes against me. Number two, I can't really get in a good position because if I get too behind, I tend to actually risk, just like I did, hitting the red thing when I'm pressing it up. So this setup, I mean, kind of sucks, and I already knew that, but it's fine, you know, I'm not blaming it on that. But I really need to find a good position which kind of allows me to do everything. Because if I actually manage to end, like, the problem is that if I stay too behind, I hit the red thing. If I stay too forward, however, it's really hard to unrack, you know, because my arms are pretty much over my face. And you understand that if you put your hands parallel over your face, you have no power in that position. And it's still 75 kilograms, so it's kind of hard in that regard. So I would have to kind of maybe next time just wrote down something, trying different setups and just choosing one that actually seems to work better. Usually I don't really have too many problems with hitting the red thing, but I have problems unracking, and this is why today I went a little bit back. Today it was pause overhead press, so it's 30 kilograms, and as you can see, I'm really happy with my overhead press. Honestly, it has become a much more fun exercise ever since I don't really know what to tell, but basically I put all of the puzzle pieces together and I feel really solid, I feel really comfortable pushing, and it's really an exercise that is giving me a lot. I mean, I'm really enjoying it, I'm doing it pretty much every single session, you know, it's always the second in line after the bench, and it's really fun. I definitely prefer overhead press over dips. And talking about dips, so you're gonna see just when this clip ends. Today I did dips, I did like 12, and then the performance I dropped. That is where I felt terrible, which is again all my fault, and I shouldn't be slacking in the days in which I am actually more free, because during the week I have lessons, but in the weekend of course I don't. So I should actually be more conscious of this in general. So, you know, dips are fine, but I don't really enjoy them. And that's kind of bad because they are an amazing exercise. Let's say that in general, I think that I perform badly because they are after bench and overhead press. And the problem is that the dips although people say that they are a good tricep exercise, in my opinion, it's much more about your shoulder and your chest. Those are the prime movers. The triceps are only there to completely extend your arms at the end of the movement. So they do work, but they are not like working that much, if you feel me. Also, look at how small my legs are. Oh my god, that feels so bad. Oh man. So then I did lat raises, but I didn't really do a lot of sets, if I remember correctly. You will see that in the picture. Yeah, I wrote down some more stuff than what I actually did, because I kinda wrote down the numbers that I was expected to hit. However, what happened is that I just did 2 sets and dipped. So because I felt so bad, I had no energy, and I was like, fuck this, I don't really want to train now, which is a really bad mentality to have. But you know, it's kind of frustrating because again, it's my fault. And that is why I kind of got mad at it, and I just left it there. You know, it is what it is. I mean, next time, at least I learned something. You know, I know that I need to eat before I train. You know, so there you go. You have bench press 8, 7, 6, 6, back of set with 65, overhead press 11, then 10 times 3. That was also nice. Dips 12, 9, 8, 7, and that is where everything went to shit. Then I did lateral raises. I did 11, 10, and tricep push down 10, 11. I didn't do 4 sets, I just did 2 of the last superset. Again, I wrote down everything before, but I didn't do it. Anyway, this is it for today's video. See you guys in the next one, and remember to eat your lunch before you train, or your pre-workout meal. See you guys tomorrow.